too.
That was me.
Yeah, yes,
That was me yesterday.
I've seen you. It's very cute. So kind of thinking of that, and I like doing the themes because I do groups. So when I have a group, I want to match everybody along that theme. So when people see us, they know, oh yeah, they go together, don't they? So how will people know what I am? So if I'm going to be something, like I've seen pictures of Gijinkas and I'm like, that's really cool, but what is it? And then I feel really bad because I want to know what it is. So the thing you have to do is go, what makes this what it is? You have to think about things like color, shape, accessories, body features. So I'm being, shaman here, and I didn't bring my little stuffed shaman with me. I probably should have. But shaman has a flower on each side of her head. She looks kind of like a little hedgehog with, she's green with yellow spots. So with the wig, the green, the yellow, these are to represent the yellow spots. She's usually kind of a light green, which I have inside my cloak. But I couldn't find a good quality fabric in light green, so I decided I would go with the bold to match more with my sky shaman, who does have the bold greens. And so I decided to do that, and then I thought to kind of make it pop so it wouldn't be so boring, I picked up the color of the pink in here. So you kind of get that idea. You recognize, there's the color, there's the shape, there's the spots, there's, shaman. So those things kind of get recognized. Another one that I went a little different here, this would be meganium. Want to stand up, meganium? A lot of people call her magnium. Makes this one, whose costume really is really mad. But what I did, so meganium's kind of like a dinosaur, and she has these flower petals. And I didn't want to do something that was exactly like that, so the corset represents the flower petals, with the white being the lining that goes around them, and then the green represented that she's very green and kind of flowing. So we kind of have the idea of it without being exactly that thing. So you want to look at, what is it that makes this thing what it is? What are those things that people are going to go, oh yeah, that's what you are. I recognize you. So for a furry, here's an example of a furry. It's a fursuit. Here's your Lucario, here's your furry. You can see that, you know exactly what that is, right? No guessing involved. It looks just like it. But if you want to move away from it, let's say I want to make these, it's a Gijinka. I might look at, okay, he's got a dark mask here. What colors are picked? He's got the blue, the gray, the white. He's got some shapes to him. He's got ears. He's got these pointy white things. I don't know what you call them. She laughs at me every time I say pointy. He's got a tail, so you might put a tail in there. So here's an idea, one artist translation. I just kind of borrowed these, so if the artists are upset, I'm very sorry, but I thought they were awesome, and anything I included in here is because I think it's awesome. So you can see, you start out with, you've got the furry, and then you see, okay, I've got these arm bracers, I've got my mask represented. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I would recognize that right away, right? So how much detail do you have to add? That's kind of up to you. Sometimes I've seen some really cool ones where people just bought thrift store clothes, or they purchased the clothes, and then you add a couple of elements that you want to add. Sometimes you do it from scratch, like I did with these ones pretty much. And you can try to make it more like a furry, or you can try to make it more like a human being wearing these clothes. And I kind of think about it like, if I was this creature, but I was human, what would I wear? What would be my outfit? I want it to be something that's kind of practical, most of the time. And then we're going to see some examples here. So this is where I get audience participation, and you want to go down with the lollipop spinning? I'll ask you to raise hands, and we'll pick somebody to give you a piece of candy if you get it right, okay? Some of them will be really easy, and some of them I think are a little more challenging, but when we point out all the features, I think any of them you'll eventually see why they are what they are. So if you've got, why don't you go on down, that way you don't fall. We'll try to guess who or what's being portrayed. So here's this one. Anybody know who this might be? Okay, we've got a hand raised over here.
Number 150, hello.
Yes, exactly.
Wait, not 150, 250.
Okay, I don't know the numbers, but I do know. And when I first looked at this one, I went, wait a minute, because I've seen some that they do the full-on set of wings and like really, and it took me a second, and I went, oh wait, this is beautiful because I love her mask. It represents the face amazingly. She picks up all the colors in it really well. She's kind of got her Japanese style, so the tail feathers are represented in her tail. So she went and she really did a great job, I think, of representing Ho-Oh without actually doing any wings, and I thought that was very cool. Next one, this is an easy one. Benny, you want to pick somebody and ask them?
Piplup?
Very good, yes. And that's a very happy Piplup. Just like Piplup should be. I thought this one was so cute. they did, they represented the tail and all the things with that kind of cape-style skirt and the head, the hat. I just thought this one was amazingly beautiful. I was really impressed. How about this one? Somebody who hasn't done one before? Yes, very good. I love this thing. See, he's got the stripe. He's got the ears. He's got that mischievous smile. I love it. This one is just awesome. You can tell me that is right away. Let's see. Thank you. How about this one is awesome. Anybody know who that might be? Got it? Anybody new? See if you hadn't got one yet? Okay, Vinny, pick one up. Pick somebody. Oh, there's one. Oh, wait.
Lydia? Nope.
Cutie, this one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, and I'm like,
I think one thing that made this one just a little bit more complicated to guess is that she didn't stick with the color scheme. That it's kind of the blues, where she went with more of the grays or kind of the metal tone, which is there also.
Shapes now.
But you can definitely see the way that she's got the wings, the way all those kind of things. It's like, wow, that is awesome. I bet it's kind of hard to wear because that looks, but I don't know. I just thought that one was really cool. Let's see. How about this one?
Now
This is
everybody.
terribly hard.
Spain.
Right there. I'll show you. Yes, there we go. Isn't that a cute little Zubat? I love Zubat. So you've got the ears there, and you've got the wings, and I have great respect for these kind of wings because I made some wings like this for my Charizard, and yeah, I broke 3 needles on the wire. Trying to get the wire stuffed into the framework. So yeah, they were a little challenging that one, but once we got it done, they just look so cute to have wings like that. So I would encourage you to don't be afraid of wings. They're actually not nearly as hard as they look. They're just a nuisance to put them together sometimes. This one?
It's Rayquaza.
Is this one cool? Yeah, I like that one a lot. He's got those elements in there on his legs. He's got those yellow patterns that pick that up. He's got the red accents. He's kind of using the headphone sort of ear things. And I like how the picture that I found, he had both his sketch and the final product, as well as comparing it to that one. So yeah, I love that one because it's just easy recognizability. How about this one? How about Pikachu back there? Yeah, Mudkip. So how do we know this is Mudkip?
Because we like my
tail.
Yeah, you got the tail going on there. The color scheme it shows up a little better on my computer than it does up here, but she's got the color scheme in there. The bows represent the ear tufts. I like how she did the sleeves that kind of came down long. So it's got that cutesy look to it. So I thought, what an awesome Mudkip. Yeah, Mudkip. And you must like Mudkip. Awesome. And they would eat you if you eat. Okay. Now this one, anybody want to make a stab at this one?
Not literally.
Got one here. Yes. And I like this. This actually came out of an Iron cosplay where you got an hour to put together with supplies that people gave you. And I thought, how awesome, because you can't use the color, really. You don't have the color. You've got an hour on the fly. And yet when you look at the two things together, the wings are amazing. I don't think I could do wings like that in an hour. I love those. The head, they got that shape of the head up there. Of course, your sides. So that is just awesome. They made pants out of duct tape and newspaper. So I thought this was really cool and really clever. And he's got a little face mask. I love this one. And if you don't recognize this one, I will cry. So who is this?
Don't
Is
cry.
somebody got one yet?
Little girl in the aqua hat.
Pikachu?
Pikachu. How do we know it's Pikachu?
It's a tail.
Yes, the tail and the ears.
That's the Pikachu.
And if you wanted to make it even more Pikachu, you could add golden cheeks. She could put on yellow shoes. So there's other things too. So kind of looking at the elements. How about this one? It's another one I'll cry if you don't know who this is. Sorry, you want to pick somebody?
I pick Ed.
Bulbasaur.
Yeah, Bulbasaur. And I like this one because it's one of the ones that's more simple. She went with a purchased hoodie, a purchased skirt, just regular old shoes. So this is definitely the kind of that casual Bulbasaur, like if I was a Bulbasaur person, what would I wear? It's got the little backpack for the bulb. So it's really simple, probably didn't cost a whole lot or take a whole lot of time, and yet we instantly know who she is, right? How about this one?
I should have worn that one here.
Pick somebody.
You.
Yes, that's me.
Oh, look at the hat.
And see, here's Bailey. He's got the green leaves around. And he's got the leaf on his head. You can't see it so well in the picture, but it does have the little cutout keyhole. I kind of gave him, because I didn't want him to look too girly, I put some zippers on there and, you know, hung some leaves off the zippers. And we even got the yellow shoes and everything, which it's a real pain to find bright yellow shoes when you live in the middle of nowhere.
I'm actually wearing it right now.
Yes, very cool shoes. Anyway, so we made, it's pretty easy to recognize Bayleaf there. And so some of those things, like as we're going through here, you look at what are things that make these creatures look like what they're supposed to look like. When you want to put a costume together, I think one of the first things people have a hard time with is they say, well, I don't know how to sew, or I don't know how to this, or I don't know how to that. Can anybody else think of a barrier why you might not make a Gijinka? What would be the biggest?
Cost.
Cost? Can't draw. What else?
Can't weld.
Me?
Uh-huh.
Well, you might not be that creative.
So difficulty coming up with an idea. So going, okay, I gotta know, I'm a beginner here. So if you know, okay, I'm not too creative, that would be a good time to look at what's everybody else done. Because if you can see what things have already been done, you might go, oh, I can do that. Oh yeah, I've got those clothes in my closet. Like
Yeah,
something
it's not just Gijinka. I do that pretty much with every cosplay I do.
Yep, going, okay, what can I do? If you're more advanced, you can go, yeah, I'll draft this pattern and I'll do that and I'll, but if you're, you know, going, okay, what can I do? Don't try to get this epic pattern and I'm gonna make all this and then go, but I don't even know how to sew yet and I've got a month till my con. That's not gonna be happy. So you wanna recognize, okay, I can do this. Then you wanna figure out what's gonna play up the primary features. What is gonna help me know? Like, before I get started on a set, I'll start getting patterns together, or I'll start getting drawings together. I might get a few pieces or things that look like I found on Wismer, I found the craft, the polar fleece was on sale, and I was like, oh, that's Wismer, these two colors, yay, that makes me a hat. And then I was like, oh, then I found these fabrics were on sale, they're usually $6.99 a yard, and I got them for something like $2.50 a yard, so I got all that together, and I started stuffing all the stuff together for that set. And then before I knew it, I had all this stuff, and then I was like, okay. And I have a lot left over, because I tend to do that, but at least I knew before I started, okay, I've got all this stuff, and it kind of matches, and it'll kind of get me to these characters that I want to do. So finding things, like you might find just that perfect shirt, or you might find that perfect accessory, or like Teddy Ursa, that's one I want to do someday. You know, you might find a necklace with a moon on it that makes you think of Teddy Ursa. Yeah. And so finding something that you go, that's this thing. And then you kind of work around that. And sometimes you got to think of, you know, really, with your materials, sometimes really simple materials, you would be amazed at what you can make with some of the simplest stuff. And we don't have most of the accessories for these guys on yet because we're going to be in the masquerade tonight. But some of the things that I made these costumes out of were really fun. And I'm not usually a prop person, but I thought I'd stretch out here. Like these are the bracers for our Exploud. He's going to wear these here. This is craft foam with
Lots of paint.
yeah, lots of layers. I put elastic on the back. I took a piece of craft foam, then I took Mod Podge, which is this amazing glue stuff you can even find at Walmart, and I used that to stick fabric to the back of it so it would be strong and it wouldn't just tear because craft foam is not the most strong material in the world. And I stitched the elastic to it with my sewing machine, and then I made a whole bunch of layers of Mod Podge over the whole thing because craft foam will soak in paint and it won't look very good. But if you cover it with Mod Podge, it doesn't soak in. So then I wanted to put the paint on it. Well, something about acrylic paint is if you just paint it on and let it dry, it's going to flake off. But if you mix it half and half with glue, it stays on beautiful. And then I got looking for, well, what do I need to finish it with? Because I don't want it to fall apart when it gets wet, because it might be raining at a con. So I got to looking at floor wax of all the